Have you ever heard the story of the prodigal son? It's one of my favorites from the Bible. Let me remind you how it goes. A man had two sons. The younger son said to his father, "I want my share of the estate." So the father divided his property between the two. Not long after, the younger son got his share of the inheritance, and he wasted it all in a wild, immoral life. When all his money was gone, he ended up in a pigsty, hungry and destitute, and he began to feel remorse for what he had done. He remembered how good his father had been to him, how he had always provided for his needs and never denied him anything. But now that son was out in the cold, alone, rejected, abandoned, and starving. And he thought to himself, if only I had listened to my father and not rebelled, I wouldn't be in this mess. I'm going to go back home and ask forgiveness. Yeah, maybe if I'm very lucky, he'll take me back and give me a job working for him. So he got up and went back home, hoping against hope that his father would welcome him back. And how do you think the father reacted when he saw his son coming? In your opinion, what do you think he did? Did he kick him out again and yell at him and punish him for coming back? Or do you think he welcomed him with open arms, embraced him, and forgave him? Well, let's find out what the scripture says. When the father saw his son far off, he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him. But the son said, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." "No," said the father, "you are my son, and the joy from having you back is so great that I cannot keep it to myself. We must celebrate. Get the best robe and put it on him. And let's all rejoice and be glad, for this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found," and they began to celebrate. See, the father didn't wait for his son to finish his confession. He didn't wait for him to justify himself or to explain why he did what he did. No, the father didn't know how bad things had gotten. All he knew was that his son needed him. And even though the young man had squandered his fortune, even though he had made terrible mistakes, even though he had done things that were unforgivable, his father still loved him. And when he saw that his son had returned, his heart was filled with such joy that he couldn't contain himself. He didn't care anymore about the money or the material things. Nothing mattered except his son. Well, I don't know what kind of mistakes you may have made in your life. I don't know what kind of foolish decisions you might have taken. I don't know how badly you might have hurt yourself or others. But I want you to remember this truth, that no matter how badly you mess up in life, no matter how many wrong turns you make, no matter how hopeless your situation becomes, there is someone who loves you and wants you to be happy, and who will never give up on you. And that someone is God. You see, no matter how far away you might think you are from God, no matter how much you might have sinned against Him, no matter how deeply you might have hurt yourself or others, God's love for you has never changed and never will. His desire is for you to return to Him so that He can embrace you and kiss you and welcome you back home. And when you come back to Him, He will throw a party. He will shout with joy, will celebrate because you are His child and He wants you to be happy. So if you have strayed away from God, if you have been living a life that is far from His ways, I want you to hear these words and let them encourage you to return to Him today. God is waiting for you to come back to Him so that He can show you just how much He loves you.
If I can do it, so can you. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.